Attention passionate Washington Commanders fans. Latest news, something big is happening in the NFC East and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Washington Commanders' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Washington Commanders fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with YOUR, FRINDS and Washington Commanders FANS. Let's get to the news now. If you've been paying close attention to the NFL this offseason, you probably already sense that something is brewing in the NFC East, a division that's always been fiercely competitive, but this year, it's taking a new turn, and it involves the Washington Commanders in a pretty significant way. Just recently, a blockbuster trade shook the NFL landscape, especially for the Commanders, who are looking to reshape their roster and position themselves as serious contenders in the upcoming season. And this isn't just any trade, it's a move that could redefine their ground game, their identity, and their chances of finally getting over the hump and making a deep playoff run. So, what exactly happened? Well, the Los Angeles Chargers, who had just made a splash in free agency by adding Najee Harris, are now considering trading him. Yes, you heard right. Najee Harris, the talented but sometimes underappreciated running back from Pittsburgh, was brought in by the Chargers during the offseason, and initially it looked like he'd be a key piece of their offense. But things haven't exactly gone as planned. Harris had been competing with Omarion Hampton, a first-round pick in the 2025 NFL Draft, who was seen as a potential future starter. The Chargers had high hopes for Hampton, a versatile back with a lot of upside, and now, with Harris's injury and the team's evolving depth chart, the idea of trading Najee Harris is gaining traction. Let's talk about what happened with Harris. Over the 4th of July weekend, he was involved in a fireworks mishap during a public event, which resulted in a superficial eye injury. His agent, Doug Hendrickson, came out and explained that Harris was fully expected to be ready for the season, but the injury might cause him to miss the start of training camp. That's a critical window for any player, especially when competing for a starting role. If Harris isn't out there from day one, Omarion Hampton could seize the opportunity to step into the lead role, and that might make the Chargers consider moving Harris sooner rather than later. The Chargers' backfield isn't just Harris. They also have Hassan Haskins and Kamani Vittle, who could see more touches if Harris is sidelined or if they decide to trade him for future assets. Now, here's where it gets interesting for the Washington Commanders. The NFL trade rumors are swirling, and many insiders suggest that Washington could be a prime landing spot for Harris if the Chargers decide to part ways. Why? Because the Commanders are in a very unique position right now. They had an unexpectedly good season last year, making it all the way to the NFC Conference Championship game under head coach Dan Quinn. The team showed flashes of brilliance, especially with a rookie quarterback like Jayden Daniels, who exceeded expectations with his dual-threat ability. But let's be honest, the division is always tough, and teams are looking for ways to get better. Washington's roster is solid in many areas, but their ground game needs a boost if they want to take that next step and truly contend for the Super Bowl. Right now, the Commanders' running back room features Austin Ekeler and Brian Robinson Jr. But there are concerns. Ekeler, while still productive, is aging and shows signs of decline, and Robinson, who is a dynamic player, is better suited for a secondary role rather than being the primary workhorse. That puts a lot of pressure on Jayden Daniels to be both a passer and a rusher, which isn't ideal for sustained success. So, adding a proven, powerful back like Najee Harris could be exactly what they need, someone with the size, power, and downhill rushing ability to wear down defenses and open up opportunities for the passing game. Harris has proven he can handle a significant workload, especially during his time with the Pittsburgh Steelers. Over 4 seasons, he accumulated nearly 400 rushing yards and 28 touchdowns, consistently showing that he can be a reliable and productive back. His style fits perfectly with the kind of physical downhill running game that the Commanders want to develop. Having a back like Harris would allow them to control the clock better, keep defenses honest, and give their young quarterback more play-action options. It's the kind of move that can make a real difference in close games, especially in the NFC East, where every yard counts and physicality often determines the outcome. Now, from a tactical standpoint, Harris's presence on the team would also add a layer of versatility. He's not just a power runner, he's capable of catching passes out of the backfield, which is crucial in today's NFL. Pairing Harris with Jaden Daniels in the backfield would give the Commanders a very balanced attack, making it harder for defenses to predict what's coming. Plus, Harris's running style would help take some of the load off Robinson Jr., allowing him to thrive in a secondary role or as a change of pace back. The combination of these two backs could be a nightmare for defenses trying to keep up with Washington's offense. The potential trade also makes sense from the Chargers' perspective. They have a crowded backfield, and with Amarian Hampton emerging as a promising rookie, they might see Harris as surplus to requirements. Trading him now, before the season starts, could net them draft picks or young players that fit their long-term plans. For the Commanders, acquiring Harris isn't just about adding another running back. It's about making a statement that they're serious contenders and that they're willing to make bold moves to improve. Of course, all of this is still speculation at this point, but the signs are pointing toward a very interesting offseason for the Commanders. They're at a crossroads. Do they keep building around their young talent and hope that Daniels and Robinson develop further? Or do they make a bold move like acquiring Harris to push their team into serious playoff contention? Given their recent success and the gaps they need to fill, a trade for Najee Harris could be exactly what they need to turn the page and become a true powerhouse in the NFC. And yet, it's not just about adding talent. It's about the chemistry, the team dynamics, and how Harris would fit into the locker room. The Commanders have a mix of veterans and young stars, and bringing in a player of Harris's caliber would send a message that they're committed to winning now. The fan base would surely be excited about a move like this, as it signals that the team is serious about competing at the highest level and not settling for mediocrity. So, what do you think? Is Najee Harris the missing piece for the Washington Commanders? Do you believe this trade could be a game-changer for their offense? Or do you think they should stick with what they have and develop their current players? Whatever your opinion, one thing is for sure, this offseason is shaping up to be one of the most intriguing in recent memory for Washington fans, and the potential addition of Harris adds a whole new layer of excitement. Pause here, just for a second. If you want the YouTube algorithm to keep recommending the latest Washington Commanders news to you, it's super important that you leave a like on this video. Go ahead, it's quick and it makes a big difference. Thank you. Now let us continue with the big reveal. Looking ahead, the NFL season is just around the corner and the Commanders are preparing diligently. They've been working on their chemistry, their game plan, and now, with this potential trade in the air, fans are dreaming about what this team could become with a true workhorse in the backfield. Imagine a ground attack that keeps defenses on their heels, a balanced offense that can adapt to any situation, and a team that's hungry to prove that last season's success wasn't a fluke. If they manage to land Najee Harris, it could be the kind of move that pushes them from playoff hopefuls to legitimate contenders. And let's not forget that the NFC East is only getting tougher. The Dallas Cowboys and Philadelphia Eagles have been building strong rosters, and the New York Giants are no pushovers either. So every advantage counts, and adding a player like Harris could give Washington that extra edge they need to outlast their rivals. Plus, with the coaching staff under Dan Quinn, who's known for his defensive prowess and strategic mindset, the team could craft an even more effective offense around this new weapon. It's all about maximizing talent and making smart, bold decisions in this pivotal offseason. In conclusion, the potential trade of Najee Harris to the Washington Commanders is more than just a rumor. It's a reflection of a team that's eager to take the next step, to push past the limitations of last season, and to become a dominant force in the NFC. The move could significantly impact their offensive identity, make their ground game more formidable, and give them that extra spark needed to challenge the best of the best. Fans should stay tuned because this story is far from over, and the coming weeks could bring some surprises that will have everyone talking. And now, Washington Commanders fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this? Do you think Harris is the perfect fit? Are you excited about the possibility of seeing him in the burgundy and gold? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and to the team. And don't forget, I'll be back soon with more updates, more analyses, and all the latest Washington Commanders news. So stay tuned, stay passionate, and let's keep supporting this incredible team that's ready to make history.